Boop, 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 bobbing along.
Hi, we're Stuart and Emmie, and we're childfree after infertility. So we decided to change our life plans and moved on to a narrowboat. We're sharing our adventures here, and you're welcome to join us.
This video starts where our last one left off. We've just left our mooring in Macclesfield and we're just heading to Danes Moss, which is just the other side of Macclesfield. So only a short cruise, but a lovely little one. I like that this clip looks like I suddenly forget where I am, wonder why I'm on the back of the boat and what the hell I'm holding on to.
Time for a manual swing bridge, my canal nemesis.
We've had to switch over because I just can't seem to shut a manual swing bridge. I can't get it to just lock again at the end. There's been some clonking noises and Stu's been a while, so maybe he's having trouble too.
I think the swing bridge just needed pulling back and then shoving forwards again. Seemed alright once I've done that.
Gorgeous trees. We're moored in an absolutely beautiful spot near Danes Moss Nature Reserve, as recommended by narrowboat Luna Betty. And we're off for just a little walk.
Danes Moss is a peat bog covering about 600 acres. Peat bogs are really important because not only are they a massive carbon store, but they're also a really unique habitat to certain animals such as the willow tit. When peat bogs are destroyed, they release huge amount of CO2, but if they are left intact, not only do they store the CO2 they already have, but they also provide a massive carbon sink in storing more, much more than forests and woodland. And at the moment, Danes Moss is currently under threat from development. The area that we're in is actually a nature reserve, but a large amount of it isn't, and is currently scheduled for development for seemingly very little reason. We'll throw some links in the description below, as if you would like to, there is some action you can take to help save Danes Moss. Well, it's really windy today, and it's meant to intermittently rain, and I really need to get this window done. I've got two left. I've got the bedroom side window and this side window, and this one, the sort of mastic around the window seems to have gone. So I'm going to try and get this off, clean the paintwork up and get the window back on, and I'll leave it covered for a couple of days. Boring.
Boop.
Well, there we go. Listen to that. I started doing the windows, the last window on this side this morning, and was hoping to get it done before this storm hit. I didn't get it done. I should say, I didn't think the storm was going to start until tomorrow, or at least until late this evening, not at 4 o'clock. Oh, I only got a nip under there.
Yeah, but that's pretty heavy.
Yeah. Oh dear. Ah, it's hail!
All right there?
No. Ruined everything. Hail. So this is my setup, and I'm hoping that this doesn't get blown away. Well, that is annoying. It might just be a shower. Let's hope so, because it does feel like it's calming down already. And hopefully I can get the window on and siliconed. When I looked under the tarpaulin, it's raining. It's hailing so hard and sideways that the actual paintwork was wet. The paintwork is dry enough, but it's wet. So that's fun.
Oh wow, it's a whole round one.
Well, it's suddenly lovely again. So I guess I will hopefully be able to get the window on this evening anyway. Time to get this window back on. It's not ideal because it's still a bit tacky, but it's really hard to replace windows, paint them and get the window back on over a couple of days, because something usually happens that ruins them, or you live in the UK and unsurprisingly it might rain even though it wasn't scheduled to, and all of these things. So I do tend to try and get the windows done in a day, which probably means they're not going to last as well as they would do if I did a bit longer job, but equally it means that I'm at least getting them back on and resealed in a day and they're done.
Boop.
Right. Time to fix some leaks. A couple of videos ago, we were looking desperately for a leak, and we found it. Well, we actually found it quite a while ago and then carried on looking for other leaks. But we did find it, we fixed it, and in fixing it, we caused a couple more leaks. So the pipe marked in blue is the cold water in. The junction at the back is the one that we changed before and stopped the bulk of the leak, but the original junction at the front is now leaking, and some of the pipes are all a little bit crusty looking, so I'm just going to replace all of those bits around there.
Yeah, so the first time we were hunting for the leak, we thought we'd found it at the calorifier and put some plumber's putty. And that did improve it very briefly, and then the water pumps started going off again. So then Stu replaced that bit, and it's improved a lot. And now the water pump is still going off, but very infrequently. So hopefully this is our final, the final leak bit of footage we have to record.
After we did this fix, our bilge is now dry and we're not finding any more leaks. Our water pump is still intermittently going off, however. So we've had a recommendation from Stoke Carp Anglers to have a look at our accumulators. So we will be doing this at some point soon.
And while Stu's been very busily fixing the leak, my head's been on my tea towel design all day. I don't know if I've already mentioned I'm doing this, but I'm designing a Tottenham tea towel at the moment, and that's where all my thoughts have been today, and I've been working on that today. And hopefully I'm ready to order a test tea towel. But tomorrow is a cruise day, so we'll see you then.
Good morning. What are you doing?
Because the one last night was like...
Good morning. And it's time for a mega cruise. Not just a regular cruise, but a mega cruise. We are currently about 2/3 up the Macclesfield Canal, and the plan for today is to basically be at the bottom of the Macclesfield Canal, and there's 10 or so miles and
12 locks.
12 locks.
And we need to do a full services reset, empty the toilets, fill the water, clean.
It's a swing bridge and a magnolia tree.
This is an electric swing bridge where you push a button to open the swing bridge.
That electric swing bridge was so slow, I honestly thought it was broken for a moment before it did actually start to open. Right, the water is full, the toilets are emptied. What else? Bathroom's clean. And Stu's just making us some cheese on toast, and then we're heading down the locks. Oh, look at that cute row of tomatoes.
Stop. Bosley Locks are a flight of 12, and they're the only locks on the Macclesfield Canal bar a single stop lock as you initially come on. On these longer lock flights, we've got into the habit of changing over so that we're sharing the work equally. Thomas Telford is credited as being the lead engineer on Bosley Locks. They are a little unusual in that they have mitre gates at both ends of the locks, and another sign that I read credited the excellent stonework, which I can attest to inside the locks. The stonework is very nice. Took us about 2 hours to get down these locks in total, so we thought we'd leave the time lapse in its full length, just to give a feel for how long it takes to do flights of locks like this.
What? It's in like long folds, like fabric.
Yeah.
Do you want to touch it?
No, I want to concentrate on getting out. Also, you should antibacterial.
Yeah, okay, I will.
Touch the
I will. Thank you.
Cheers, thank you.
Thank you. That's 12 locks done. Thank you so much to Mark and Will who helped us down.
Yeah, the lock
made it
volunteers.
so much easier.
They were absolutely lovely. Oh, what a lovely day.
Really beautiful.
Yeah. This is Congleton again, just under the railway station.
There's so many twigs and sticks in the water, and we're picking, like, getting them caught every time we go through a bridge. It's 4 o'clock, it's still gloriously sunny, and we are pretty much back in our first mooring spots on the Macclesfield sort of area where we got frozen in January, December, November,
it was our first
whenever it was.
Yeah.
And we're probably thinking to go a little beyond that, and hopefully we'll find somewhere to moor.
I've really enjoyed the Macclesfield Canal. It's not big, but it's beautiful and it's well worth a visit, and even the shallow parts, which are a little bit of a pain in a boat like Annie, were still well worth putting up with.
I agree. Also though, I don't think it was anything to put up with. I just loved it.
No.
This is the most beautiful spot, look. Ah, and we've got cow neighbours. And ducks. Oof.
Well, we knew that was going to be a thing, didn't we?
Wow, loads.
Yeah. There's loads. I'm surprised we've never had to pull over, actually, feeling how much there is. We've certainly had less and had to pull over. Thank you so much for joining us this week and following along. A massive thank you to Cora as well for the Buy Me a Coffee donation. Really, really is appreciated and really does help us along as well. I will get my hand out of the weed hatch soon, but while you're waiting, why not pop a boop on the like button and give us a comment as well if you fancy it. It's always lovely to hear from you and to speak with you. We'll see you next week. The kick is part of the process. It lines it properly.